Africa is the richest place in the world. Diamonds and gold, billionaires and millionaires. And my people dying from starvation. I just want to know. I just want to know what you gonna do when your people dying from starvation. What you gonna do?
Wow, 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 wow. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
What you gonna do?
You could imagine
Your people
peace and respect.
dying and
You
they
could
dying
imagine
from
these two
starvation.
guys, they're killers.
My people dying and they dying from starvation.
The big killers
What you gonna do
is telling the little killers
about that
that he can kiss his
situation?
ass.
What you gonna do
You could imagine
about that situation?
no
Your
respect.
people
Where's the
dying
respect? No
and they
respect.
dying from starvation. They ain't
One
got
is
no
using
food and
bombs
they ain't
and
got no food to eat.
aircraft to
I
kill,
said, what you
and
gonna
the other
do?
one is using machete,
What you gonna do about the
chop up people
situation?
and put them
What you
in
gonna do?
suitcases.
What you gonna
So
do
they're
about the
they're both in the same
situation?
boat.
Your people dying one by one.
But one is telling the other
People
to
dying
kiss his ass.
and they
He got to
dying
kiss
two
his
by
ass
two.
for all the good things he has
What
done
you gonna do, my
to him, I
people,
guess.
about your
But that's
people?
messed up.
What you gonna do
No respect.
about your people? They
And
just
everybody
dying
is going
one
on
by one
unconcerned with
from
these two guys.
starvation.
One used machete and one used airplane. Both killers. What I'm saying, the people are not waking up, and by the people are not waking up, we stuck. We stuck like a band-aid. And by you stuck as a band-aid, we're going to have a lot of problem. You know problem? Because the President of the United States, I grew up with a man, a young boy, just like the President of the United States. Only thing, the young man that I grows up with, he have a turn high. In Jamaica, we say cast eye. But his eye was not too bad. But he will come to my dad crying, and he's not looking at my dad. His eyes are all the way over on the other side, and telling my dad what have I done to him. And he's lying, lying, lying. And my dad have sympathy towards him. I don't know the reason why. My dad have a lot of sympathy, and he's lying and he's looking straight in you, and my dad cannot see that he's lying. Same with the President of the United States. He's lying, 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 and the people cannot see that he's lying. He's talking to the Iranian government, our representative, and he don't know who he's talking to. So that means he's lying. And the people can't see that he's lying. How could you be talking to someone and you don't know who you're talking with? Huh? You ask them their name. Where you from? Or how old are you? But he's talking, but he don't know who he's talking with. So you see he's lying. He's making up stories. Because he's a straight up liar. But the people cannot see. But if you look at him when he's talking, he closes his eyes, you know he's lying. Look at him when he's talking. Most of the time he closes his eyes and bows his head down. Or he holds his head up and closes his eyes. because he know he's lying. He can't look straight out. So we have a big liar into the White House that causing all type of problem, destruction, and the people are going for it. As I said in the past, that I never vote for that man. I didn't want to vote for him, excuse me, neither for the lady, because they're both wrongdoers. But some people cannot see wrongdoers. They have this slight overstanding of a wrongdoer. So the thing is, if you're going around and hurting people and taking away people's things and kissing up with the rest of bullies like yourself, you're a wrongdoer. Huh? You are a wrongdoer. So that's it, straight up. And when the people wake up and realize what this man is doing, they're going to be think twice. Why did you vote for him? He said he don't want any war. He's not going to do any war. He's not going to do any war. And that's what the people were concerned about. But by he was lying, and the people cannot see that he was lying, they go for the baloney. And this guy is coming. See, this guy is coming here to kiss Donald Trump's ass. Isn't that a bitch? No respect. So when my people gonna wake up and realize what this white man is doing to the rest of the world? Because he's going right and left. Did you hear me? The man is going right and left. He's not afraid to kill. He get pleasure out of the killing. All of them. They get pleasure out of killing. Both of them look sitting right there. They get pleasure out of killing. Only thing the method is different. One use machete and one use gun and airplanes. And he's marching up into Iran to take the oil away from them, just like what he do in Venezuela. They want more oil, but the people cannot see. So after he finished with Iran, who next? And that's how the Chinese are coming here. The leader coming here to kiss up with the president. So it seems like nothing going on. Why would he be coming here when Iran is having all this problem? And he's an ally of Iran. Why is he coming here? That means they don't give a damn about Iran because they're people of color. And Saudi Arabia's people of color, you see him? And the people not overstanding. Everybody's gone mad. And that's why the people gone astray. Because there is no government anymore to govern the people. And once there's no government to govern the people, we're going to have a problem. Just like when you build a car or build a truck you gotta have a governor on it to govern the engine that it don't run over the limit. Because if it run over the limit before a certain time, you're gonna smash the engine up. So you gotta put that governor over it for a period of time until the engine break in. Do you understand? So when the engine break in, then you can remove the govern. And it's the same with the government. They're all messed up. And that's why the United States government is going all over the world and doing all their bullshit with other people because the other people have nothing to fight with. Look, if Iran did have nuclear weapons, that bullshit would not be taking place. So I call them foolish government. They don't want any nuclear weapon because the MACD is going to protect them. Look, the MACD is not going to protect you from the white man because the white men kill babies, women, and whole men. Read my lips. They kill all men, babies, pregnant women. They don't give a damn who they kill. So if you think they're going in there with some God-fearing power, you're out of your mind. The Jewish people don't believe in God. They don't believe in Jesus. So what do you think? You think they're fighting with some Jesus power? Or some God power? No. Don't play games. But if you want to play games, keep on playing games. They're going in there fighting with destruction to kill and to take. Huh? To kill and to take. They're not there to lovey-lovey. Don't, no, sir. So stop playing games with your mind. Once we wake up and realize what this white man is doing, you're going to have a whole different perspective of doing things. Straight up. Gotta wake up. See what he's doing? He's taking oil. So if he took the oil away, he's taking the land. That's the same shit we should be doing. We should be taking the land away from him because he took it away from us. Am I making sense? Anywhere the white men go, they took the land away from the people. And the people that they're taking the land away from are not white people. They're taking the land away from black people, or people of color, you want to call them. So what are you saying? They're fighting to take. That's why they're fighting. They're not just fighting for the joke or for the fun, which they have fun killing other people. Because the president, vice president, secretary of war, they're happy when all these people, have you seen them bragging? Oh, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to all these guys that are bragging who they kill and who they're getting ready to kill. You're not paying attention. If you pay attention, you will see who they're getting ready to kill. and they're bragging over the killing. It's like a turkey shooting, like the police or the popo in California. They call up their buddies, hey, how many turkey you shoot last night? How many turkey did you get? And that's how they do it. They don't have a body camera on, so they just jack you up in corners and beat you up. And nobody says shit because it's late at night. 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I am a living eyewitness for that. I saw that many times. Because I try to run with the popo, with the cameras, and the city will not give me a permit to do that because my insurance was not big enough. I need over $1 million insurance to follow them. But I see a lot of shit that they did, and nobody complained. Who are you going to complain to? Who are you going to tell what these guys are doing? Who are you going to tell what the president is doing? Who are you going to tell what the prince is doing in Saudi Arabia? They do all type of crazy shit there. When they hire servant, them young girls from the Philippines or from Africa, they do all type of crazy shit. You should watch those girls giving testimony of what the boss did unto them. The male boss will come into the female room at night and disturb them and their domestic workers. Some of those ladies go back home with pregnancy. You gotta watch all these shit. So these guys look, it's just like the Epstein show. I call it the Epstein show. It was the Ed one for all the old men and old rich that could not find young girls for themselves. I call him the pimp of the Epstein. That's all he was, a pimp. Find young girls and all these guys go and they do crazy stuff. But they're trying to hide all of that. You know why? Because they're shameful. And a whole bunch of compensation is paying out. And nobody is paying attention. Why are you paying compensation when you have not done anything? It don't make no sense. It does not make any sense. You have not done anything and you're giving no compensation. Hello? Because you did something wrong. That's why compensation is given to the victim. So what I'm saying, these guys, they're a whole bunch of mess. It's like, who is watching the bodyguard? Hello? Who is watching the bodyguard? Nobody. Nobody is watching the bodyguard. And that's the problem we're having. I think they should change this thing around. Instead of having one president, we should have 52 presidents. Instead of having one president, we should have 52 presidents for the 52 states of the United States. And every time one messed up, we get rid of him and put another one into his place. See, by we having one right now, nobody is not trying to get rid of him. So it's keep on doing all the wrongs. Or violent. And the people cannot see that he's a madman. They were saying Sleepy Joe is a madman and he's senile, and they know that he's senile, but they let him run the presidency still. This one that we have right now is not senile, but he's a madman. And he's a silent madman. And when you're silently mad, most time people don't know. People start wondering because they saw you do some silly shit. Why I'm saying that? Because I deal with mad people. For instance, I was driving one day and a madman just runs in front of me straight out in the street. With my quick sense of reaction, I pan away from him. And he still standing into the street with his hands at his waist. And everybody on the sidewalk laughing and looking at him and telling me he's a madman. But if I were not paying attention, I would run over him and I would go to jail. They don't care if you hit a madman in the street. They will charge you because he's mad. And he's been protected by the law. So it seems like this madman is protected by the law because nobody's not doing anything. Straight up. No one is not doing anything. So he just going with all his violence. Look, when a president is going into another country and try to take the land away from that government without a cause and telling that government what to do, you have to be a madman or a mad woman. If you're going into Cuba and telling the leaders that the time is come and everything is over with, you got to be a madman. If you're going to Panama and do the same thing, you know, if you're going into Grenada and do the same thing, you're going to Venezuela and did the same thing, you're going to Nigeria, you're doing the same thing, you're going to Libya, you did the same thing, you're going to Iraq and you do the same thing, you went into Syria and you did the same thing, you went into the land of Canaan and doing the same thing, and now you're in the land of Iran and doing the same thing. You got to be a mad government. And the people can see the government is mad. Look, United States does not have a border no place beside Canada and Mexico. Now you think for yourself, why the United States Army are into Africa and into Europe? Just think about it. Why United States government have their armies in those foreign countries? Somalia, why? And the government of Somalia is not saying anything. They welcome the United States government army there. Syria is the same. Well, they did not welcome them too much, but they rebel a little. Iraq, They welcome them. Why? You have to take care of yourself. You're big enough to fight for yourself. And who is fighting you is not bigger than you. Nobody's not paying attention. So everything becomes a lump. So every time you walk with a walking lump. The British man would say you walk in doo-doo. And that's what's going on. China is coming to the United States. What is the reason? What is the reason when Iran having problem? Huh? It's a mess. So by being a mess, everybody just keep on going with all kind of crazy stuff. Nobody's not saying anything and nobody's not doing anything. Because it seems like nobody know the right from wrong anymore. Nobody know right from wrong. Huh? Nobody know right from wrong anymore. So by nobody know right from wrong, everything just be a mess. A whole bunch of lump. But ask yourself this question. Why do the United States Army is all over Europe and all over the place they call the Middle East? They have them in Jordan. They have them in Syria. They have them in Egypt. They have them in Kuwait. They have them in Iraq. Just think about it. And the border is in, the United States border is in Canada and Mexico. Huh? You don't think that's some bullshit? Every human being must protect themselves if they're strong and healthy. Hello? Every human being must protect themselves if they're strong and healthy. If they're not strong and healthy, then another should protect them. And every country is strong and healthy. So why do the European or the Middle East need protection from the United States? Why? Most of it is all desert land. Why they need protection? They plant their own grains. They catch their own fish. They raise their own four-footed beasts. And they build their own cities. So why you need somebody to protect your cities? It doesn't make any sense. So they gave the United States domination to do what the United States is doing. And Iran is on the right path, but they're too late. They should be chasing them out long time ago. The first time they stepped into those countries, that's when they should chase them out. The army just don't been there a few weeks ago. They should chase them out years and years ago. Before Saddam tried to fight Iran, they should chase them all out. But they were not doing that. They were comfortable with the doing of the United States. And that's why the United States gets strong and have that power. They figure, hey, these guys are not saying anything or doing anything. So we can go any place. We can take the shit away from them. Huh? We can take the shit away from them. Let's take the oil. Let's take the gold. Let's take their diamond. Let's take their cobalt. Let's take all their shit. Because they're not saying anything. Let's take the copper. Let's take the diamond mine. Just like in South Africa. This belongs to the black people. But they can't understand. In the Congo, they're digging up all that stuff belongs to the black people. The Chinese and the white men is taking it away. And they can't see. Because the European is going up into the Congo and buying 300,000 acres, 400,000 acres, and who is selling it to them? The government. That's how silly the black government is in Africa, as you call it Africa. I call it El Cabilan. Hello? And the white people are living pretty good in El Cabilan, which you call Africa. They're living damn good and they're bringing their people. They're bringing cousin, uncle, aunt, grandma, grandpa. Because some of them have 200,000 acre land, 100,000, 50,000. And they're planting soybeans and black-eyed peas, and they're raising cattle, goats and sheep. In the meantime, the black man is fighting for 1 acre. In the meantime, he's fighting for 1 acre. You see the bullshit? That's what I'm talking about. So by he fighting for 1 acre, he lost his sense of direction. Don't know if he's going or coming. So he just sit back, relax, and say, F that. I ain't gonna do shit. I can't do shit. Because he's helpless with his doing. Do you understand me? The black man of today is helpless with his doing. Because he have to be begging. Give me this, give me that. He can't get for himself. So he beg here, beg $1 here, beg a quarter over there. And in the meantime, he's having fun with the begging. All over the world. You take the Caribbean, the Bahamas, Africa, everybody started to beg. And some people are so foolish, they give unto those beggars. And they're not giving $1 to those beggars. They're giving enough for them to go to the nightclub and party and have fancy dinners and buying transportation and not putting the transportation to use to make more money. They're using it for pleasure. So I don't blame those people that is begging. If you can get, get. But begging is a shame. It's a shame in society for people to beg. In the United States, you go to jail for begging. What did you say? You go to jail for begging in the United States. They put you in jail. So it's against the law. Like litter in the street. If you spit in the street and the cops saw you, that's $500 fine. Or you urinate there. Or you put some feces there. It's the same. Don't play no game with their laws and what they have. So if you're going to give to a beggar, you must make sure the beggar is going to put the begging to a good use. Not having fun. and there's a lot of people beg and have fun. I know this Jamaican man, he's a madman anyway. All he do is go to the supermarket and beg. And everyone he stop, he beg, he get $5, $10, $15. And he do that all day. It's not enough for him. Plus he's doing pretty good otherwise, but he like to beg. And he's not putting the begging to a good use. He go on vacation. he go on vacation when he beg. Huh? Isn't that a bitch? If I becomes a beggar, I will be taking the money, save it, and when I finish beg, I have enough. I'm not going to be just keep on spending it out, getting it, because I have to be begging. I'm going to beg for a certain time. Put it this way. Beg for 1 year or 2 years, and that's it. If you beg every day. I know a lady beg all day, and she bought a house from her begging. Now she get old, she don't beg no more. She let the grandchildren and the daughters and the son go out into cars and they beg now. So they were very smart. But black people got to wake up. Once we wake up and understand what this white man is doing, taking away things that does not belong to them. Isn't that a bitch? They're taking away things that does not belong to them, and people can't understand. Why you can't understand? The white man is taking things that is not theirs. And you just going on like a big old idiot. And applauding them too, I think. You got to applaud in them. Because they're not stopping from doing what they're doing. Huh? Only way you can stop them is to take away what they took away from you. I'm going to leave you with that. Just think about what the white men took away from the people of color. If we can take it back from them, then we will not have any problem. And once you realize and understand what I'm saying, then you will come to the true knowledge of the evildoer. Peace. Respect. Tell a friend. Look, I got over 10 million people watch my show and only 300 and odd subscribes. I don't understand. They don't subscribe. Over 10 million watch my program. I guess they're scared because I speak about voodoo and hoodoo, black magic, white magic, and warrior. So maybe they're scared. You don't need to be scared. Subscribe don't mean anything. You don't subscribe so people can get paid. That's all it is. I'm not getting paid, but it's okay. But if you subscribe, it will be cool. Respect. Peace. Tell a friend I'm out of here.
About your people, what you gonna do about your people? They just dying.